Welcome back to my Metaphor ReFantazio Let's Play. We are on part 35 and we are still on September 24th, but the good, wild change of pace of the game has happened already. So now we are currently at the point where we are going to search for the prince and see what happens next. The world hates me. I did all that work to get the world to love me, and now they hate me. So let us continue on. Hopefully everything sounds and looks great and we will not have any recording issues today. I am very tall. This place is pretty.
Oh, this looks like... Who are you?
Are you all right?
Head swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes, the flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Gallica, share with the class. Wait, what happened here? Oh.
So here you are at last.
We know who he is. You don't have to say shaded person. We know exactly who you are. A swath of beautiful white flowers is crowned cluster. Before I left home, I never knew that these flowers represented royalty, but what are they doing here within the ancient sanctum? All I know is that I like minus 1,000 people.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's
But
no
they
way.
are.
Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alsace? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
Eyes maze walk.
That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. Now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
Something is afoot. I need to get to the cave. This Magla that I'm sensing, I'm worried about the prince. We need to hurry over to the hideout on the lower level. There's a lot of fairies here. There were a lot of fairies here. A fairy? I think they'll feel a little... I think they'll feel a little alarm if we swarm in on them as a big group like that. For now, let's leave them be and move on. There's blood on the floor. A bunch of fairies. A lot of fairies, actually. And a fairly old Yugief is working and laid bodies to rest.
Russell? You're safe.
Huh? My word. Is that...
Wait, is this the Yugief that was in the
His Highness's tutor.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's in the room with the prince.
I know but one red-dressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns...
If we did all this and the prince is dead, I'm gonna be
I
pissed.
cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
What?
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer
I don't
was,
believe you. I don't
but he
believe you.
cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis, from the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy, twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, that really is...
You don't kill someone like that off screen. I don't believe you.
Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
I still can't believe it.
I know. But we have to see for ourselves.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as Cinderella said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the
All
prayer
this, it's nothing.
Once
It's
you're
I
ready,
have
You are
secrets.
free to join me.
Where are my results? Before I go to the prince, I think I'll help Russell lay this body to rest.
You're going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
I thought my monitor color was off, but I realized the level is desaturated. But the key art is normal. I was like, no, the monitor color sucks!
I'm a little worried.
I need to get to the prince as quickly as I can. The prince is in the prayer room, the lower level. I don't want to believe it, but we need to see for ourselves. I think that little old man is lying. What's nearly time? This voice. The prince is gonna wake up. We're gonna awaken the prince.
You must hurry. The time has come. All was for this day. There is still time.
Yeah, this man is alive and well, I'm sure. The prince is just ahead. Are you ready? Well, not when you ask me. Shoot. I don't know what timeline to be a part of. I guess we could be a part of the first timeline. I'm out of save slots. Why is there a shop here?
This way.
No. Your Highness.
There's no blood on this man. Hulkenberg, get up!
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruide. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruide.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes. Even if the
I'm the
body of
rightful
that
day.
bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother?
No.
The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests.
Is that the lady whose voice we're hearing then?
Grace and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and
He does
died
seem like an
powerless.
a-hole, to be
The
honest.
village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... no, it can't be.
Somebody finish your sentence!
And yet...
They have to be brothers or something.
Yes, Milady Gruide. He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
Hear that voice again. It's coming from somewhere.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey.
Oh, this is the place where all of
This
our
secret
awakenings
place
happening.
was home to thee. Now remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew.
Either brothers or like that, they're the same
I have
person.
been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this. His life is not yet ended.
This voice.
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
Look, I know the past. I see the roads traveled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Louise, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It was all a mistake.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince...
He lies dead before me.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
That's true.
He's not dead.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive, so from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus, his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much.
I am the prince!
So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly
No!
thy role?
I am the prince!
And think.
I am the prince's soul!
Thy parents? Memories of thy youth?
I have to be.
Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes. Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
'Cause you don't exist! You are the prince! The prince is you! You are together!
I just don't remember.
Then search thy mind. Thou knowest the truth in thy heart.
You're the prince's imaginary friend that became the prince's soul!
Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences, wert to prepare thee for this day. To share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
My other self?
Trust and friendship I've gained has been there to support me. But if they have known I've come from nothing, that I am nothing, with the people who have stood by me, believed in me. And the same goes for the desire to help anyone in need. How is it that I've touched such laughable, idealistic beliefs this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If
All
thy
right, Final Fantasy
desire is
16.
instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
I see. My true identity
So I
is
bid thee
the
answer
prince!
the final question. Who art thou in truth?
I am the prince!
I am the prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey, what's going on?
What awaits us now?
Anime.
Hark, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world.
I am an imaginary friend, but I am also the prince. He thought me up.
In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh. And flesh
That's so
coalesced into
cool!
form. The form of an elder, as I once was. The time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Surprise! I'm a white-haired anime boy!
What? What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance, the boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you.
He wasn't,
But
though.
there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No. But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How do you feel?
I feel fine. I feel lighter. I feel lighter.
I feel a bit lighter.
There seems to be...
He's British!
He is still himself. But I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is...
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness.
That's why his
Yes.
his name is
Prince's
Will.
very heart.
Chronologically.
He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. There was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
If that's true, this is finally your
So it turns
reunion
out we
with your
did lie.
sworn lead.
I am the prince.
Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the
I
faith
better have
alive.
like the best abilities on the planet now that I am now real.
Fate was changed.
I should be unbeatable.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please, forgive me, Your Highness. I
Oh,
failed you.
don't
You
get
needed me
weird.
most, and more.
I just now have to get used to the fact that he's British.
I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
It didn't bother me. You've always been an ally. I pronounce your sentence.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
This time, I will protect you. even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
You can just keep, calling me Captain.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
Hey, Hulkenberg, shut up!
Time to be thick-headed now. He's the one who gets to decide what we
Thank you, Nereus.
So we'll listen to him.
Thank you, Nereus.
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting, same as always.
I'm the prince.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing.
No wonder I
short
can
of
instant
miracle.
transmission.
I can only guess that fate
I
had
was
a
nothing
hand
but
in it.
magic.
That's right. I remember. I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
What's this all of a sudden?
If you can't.
Are you gonna be
remember
British or are you gonna be
anything
not
before a journey,
British? Which voice are you using?
We probably met after you'd only just happened, right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruade mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
It was his
So a
mother.
disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to?
His mom.
Any idea?
His mother.
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, now he's not
This
British anymore.
place, the light coming in. They seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are.
Yeah, this is
in
the
your
awakening
rightful
room.
place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chief Descruide, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, It is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
I didn't realize today's portion of Metaphor was Oops All Story time. Look at me! I'm a white-haired anime boy! How it's meant to be. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Now what am I to do?
I want to go shopping. Let's buy 3 of these. 1 of these. And I think we're good there. Oh, I'm broke. I have no money. My sword changed colors too, I think. At least it looks like it did. Hey, ma'am. This better be voiced.
Does this depict the Elder Tribe?
This is the most voice acting this entire game.
Meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
Hey!
So Luis's words.
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea
Dragons!
of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible. And destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
The human was torn apart to fear of anxiety, was given rise to tribes as well as we know them now. As we know them.
We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
That means the prince, that is to say, I am a scion of both old world and new.
It beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding. But then,
I want to see his mother.
why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with
His mother's probably hot.
until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters?
Is it still the 24th? This is a very long day.
Perhaps. Or weapons that hide magic's true potential. Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed, but its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted.
Oh, am I
with the
getting?
will
I
of the
better get a new
people,
power.
to bear
Well, his
their
eyes are
hopes
like a
is to
pretty
be their
teal
rock
color
in the
too.
storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
Am I a dragon? Oh, I'm awakening again.
Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence.
Yeah, chat.
Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it.
Yeah, chat.
And thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
Acknowledge the weakness. There's weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a fantasy.
And besides,
But ballistic or not, I refuse to accept Luis's methods as an alternative. The weak and those who distant don't deserve to die, out as though it is a natural order. Oh, oh. Oh, I thought it'd be cuter. I looked silly. His Majesty, my determination and challenge unknown the awaken the heroic emblem prince.
let's do it.
Let's do it, he says. I'm taking a screenshot of this one. Yeah, let's go. If no one understands me right away, I accept that. There is a will, still the meaning showing my convictions and fights to come. That is my mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you. Even if it is scary.
I have not played this game for 45 minutes. This has just been a long story plot point, which is great.
But overcoming it.
But it's good that I stopped when I stopped the last part.
There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you because I want to be.
Yay! I'm counting on you, Gallica. Look at me and my pretty teal eyes. That is a very pretty teal. I need to steal that color code.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
I just want to know why 1 second I was British and now I'm no longer British.
But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic.
This poor kid's confused.
The boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis.
He's hot.
He may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
Now wait a dang minute. Did Luis also become alive because of this book? Because all fairy tales have to have a fairy tale villain, and he also has this said book. And now that I remember, this man has normal ears. This man has human ears. Did the prince develop his own evil?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic.
Wait, no, he has horn. I forgot what my husbando looks like.
However,
Luis, what do you look like again?
Chaos may be calmed. It can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw.
I think he has horns.
Your innate magic to a frenzy, and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Why does he have a book?
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome. What do you wish to know?
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world,
I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius, a family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait, what about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
Darius's run. Am I ready? Oh well, I can save. We're gonna save over this one, cause that was a lot. I don't think I want to relive that again. Wait.
What now?
Oh my god, look at the menu. Oh my god, he's so cute. Where's the prince? Where is the prince? Is this the prince? That's Savior. Where is the prince? Is this the prince? Ah, you're the prince. He's like, hey. What does he have? Oh my gosh, okay. Wait, I didn't finish this one. What weapon does he use? Okay, same weapons. I want to be the prince. Okay. I want my healing spells still. Turn talent, not this one. Wait, no, this is not the one I want. Oh, that is what I want. I want you to have this. I don't have any. I want also this one. I don't have much, but I rather. I want to fill this out.
All right.
I want to keep this one. Okay. Just try him out. This may not be... I definitely need to, like... I do want to do this, though. At least give him some levels.
I found new power.
Increases casters' defensive vision by 3 ranks. Oh! For 3 turns. Oh, okay. Passive recovers HP and any time support attack lands. Adds 4 icon turns. Resists all affinities other than... Oh! Oh!
I'm still getting stronger.
Okay, that reminds me of the ability that I had for Shin Megami Tensei 5, where I became wildly unstoppable in the end. Yeah, he's getting all the stuff, but We'll definitely... I think I don't have any money anymore. We'll definitely max him out. Russell, is everything okay? We had no casualties, however. We were swept aside like pebbles, unworthy of even a glance. I could do nothing but watch. I was powerless against him. There was little else that could have been done, responsible as they were for the downfall of a resistance. Any move we might have made would have been a result of needless sacrifices. I believe the intruder sensed the power of the Prince awakening and came to investigate. I don't know why he would run away, but surely he has a plan. Tread carefully, please. I don't know if I'm ready to fight it's the necromancer guy. I'm sure. Yeah, let's go. Hey, stop right there.
You? Zorba. So it was you behind the attack?
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What do you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
Nah, I'm the real prince.
He's no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse.
Ooh.
So I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Are you? Wait, I didn't set up my team.
Why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this.
Oh, it's the human in the first one.
The melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him.
The one with the fruit.
Put our power on full display.
Oh. Yeah, I already gave him some bonus.
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Gallica, you're cute. It can act as a support for all synthesis skills. I guess we'll figure it out. Where even am I? Oh, damage boost against human type monsters? You are human type monster. Do I need to do the same thing? Do I need to get rid of their apples again?
This'll be over soon.
Wait, I have now like, oh my god, I have like new stuff? High chance of one hit killing all enemies. Ooh, holy cow, okay. Greatly increases party's physical attack, one per... Ooh. I'm gonna hold off on all of that.
Watch me.
I do want to do... Oh, I don't have her... Who am I? Oh, I'm a persona. That's right. Maybe fire? I think it's wind. It was wind last time. I don't know if that's gonna be the case again.
I can't afford... After me!
Okay, what do you have? Charm? Deals Physical attack 4 or 5 times to enemies. If it's a killing blow, turn icon. Oh, to one enemy. I thought it said all. Ooh, let's try this. I just want to try it. Oh, so he's still weak to... Sick! And because it's a killing blow, I got icons! Oh no, because it was weak. What else do I got? So it is still wind. This takes 3? I'm just learning new stuff.
Not this skill. Let justice prevail.
I need to stop being overzealous.
I will protect you. My thanks.
It's okay.
Bryn!
Wind.
Okay. Not too shabby. He's already weak to win, which is... Let's do this.
Now, what's the play?
Not status. I always forget how to play.
Can't brute force through this one.
I call upon royal power within. I'll cut you down.
Stroll, you gotta aim better than that.
I stand ready.
Okay, so Stroll still's garbage. Got it.
I owe you.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Oh, his wings are weak too. I was like, what is weak?
You hit their weakness. I'll give
I didn't even know. Oh, his legs are still a thing. My bad. I didn't realize. Actually, no. You can just do this.
This might sting.
In the name of justice, let's get on with it.
Let's do this.
See that? Is everyone all right?
That takes some damage, let me tell you. His legs still alive?
Moving to the front.
Oh, that's not
I'm
what I wanted.
stepping back.
You get back there.
Let justice prevail. I missed the shield.
Helpful as ever.
That helped.
I will fight with pride. Time for some close combat. Prince! I'll cut through.
I've got just the persona master.
Persona Master!
More apples? Quick, knock them off again.
Let's do this.
Oh, his wings are gone. Okay. Is there anyone for all of them? Let's try this.
You can do this.
Let's
Observe the enemy. Oh, power of heroes. I will protect you.
My thanks.
Behold, falling back. Forward. Prince!
Okay, it's just him.
Blade's edge.
Please.
I'll show you. This might sting.
This might sting. Don't miss. Okay, thank God.
Dark Knight. A mystic shield.
I owe you.
That helped.
Let's buy this power. Ha! Still here?
Okay, his defense is gonna return to normal. Uh-oh.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again. Regenerate the headwinds. Here comes another round of wind attacks. Legs are back to normal. Ugh, we only just taken them out.
Galaga, I didn't have a chance to attack. What did you want from me?
Gotta do something about those apples.
Galaga! It's been his turn for 20 minutes. Okay, sure.
Leave it. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance.
I was doing fine, but then you started talking to me.
You can count on me.
I knew you'd help. Helpful as ever.
What's needed?
In the name of justice, let's make an end of it.
Let's make an end to this. Oh, I have two different. Oh, they both have it. Here, we'll use your magic then.
Hold nothing back.
The power of wind.
Hit their weak point. Keep it up, Stroll.
Observe the enemy.
Observe the enemy.
I will protect you.
I owe you.
Let's go.
Wind.
You hit their weakness.
I've got
That's
just
your
the
own
dance for
captain.
you. You might say it's to die for.
I'll show you.
Going for the weak spot.
In the name of justice.
Do I have an all in it? Okay.
I'll cut you down. You see that?
She's like, do this, do this, do this.
Here comes another round of wind attacks.
Nah, sucker.
Into the fray. Come. Pierce through them. Worthy foe after all.
It's okay, I won't hold back. I'll cut through.
See you, nerd. Ooh, Wind God's Gale. That's a lot of level ups. I'll take it.
I feel stronger.
Well, now I gotta level up your strength since you actually have attacks.
I shall strive to use.
Does it seem that I've grown
Yeah, that feels nice.
I've acquired a new power.
Oh, sweet.
The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible, but don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Now it's your plan?
What's our next move?
Now it's your plan?
People think you are a monster. You'll not find any public backing like this.
Alsace once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water
I want the
and
Rock to be like, oh, my son, you've come back.
When the day comes,
I will obliterate Luis for you.
as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
Oh, Jesus, it's big. Years of prejudice won't go away overnight. Nothing could accomplish that. But if we don't believe that we can change, they never will.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
Luis is gonna kick my butt. I can tell you that right now.
Yes, by our efforts, we will stop Luis's reign.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks.
I feel I need to find a way to get to like level 60 or something. We lost too many lives along this journey, and if Luis has his way with the world, such partings would become of all too common. We have to stop him.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
That's certainly an optimistic way to put it.
Well, we're definitely backed into a corner. But Juna's right. We've got to keep faith.
You... I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother.
I want to see his mother.
Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Thank you for everything.
Our final battle lies ahead.
This time for real.
We cannot lose. Perhaps before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
Wait, what do you mean advance to the royal capital tomorrow? That was the longest day in metaphor history.
It's a bit strange, isn't it?
It's still going.
I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Likewise, I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep.
Okay, he's not British anymore.
Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
Having overcome her trial since... Oh, okay. She's now capped out. She's now tapped out.
Mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the
That means I have a lot of work to do. But they said I'm going to the capital tomorrow.
Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within
Also, hi, Hunty. Hi, everyone that has showed up. I have been in a cutscene for an hour. I haven't been able to, like, see chat much.
And fulfill thy destiny.
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us.
I can now study Elemental Master and Warlock. Ooh. Ma'am, I don't have time for all of these. But I want to see your stuff.
When things get tough, remember this magic.
Oh, she put the headphones back in.
Play in your head.
The magic, the music that Gallica cast for me once, now that I think about it, it may have helped me in ways I didn't realize.
By the way, the chiefess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid.
Oh.
I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it.
Apparently a way to be another being when I was in a coma.
I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
This book is a legacy of my parents, the late King Uchrona and the Queen Eldin Sanctum. Perhaps the utopia it depicted in this book is weren't a mere fantasy, but the idea of the old world passed down in the Sanctum.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together.
We're done with the book too? I don't like that this game is ending. Or it feels... I know the games have to end, but I don't like it.
The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical. There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges. and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
Then the true utopia has never been. Well, that was so fast. What did it say? Has never been achieved. The so-called utopia depicted within the novels was based on the old world, but fell into ruin, destroyed by war. So if this book traces an trajectory of the old world, are these truly the ideals we're striving for? It seems rather the opposite.
The author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village, that little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son.
I want to go visit more. More, I got my hair done.
The church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Even if I were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic visions could ever become a reality. And yet, what choice is there but to believe in them and fight on? The alternative is to accept that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
After discussing the novel of our ideals with Gallica, I closed my eyes. Hi, Moore! Look at my hair! Academia, it seems I've been summoned by Moore in my dream.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? I'm not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you, or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks.
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
Bam.
Who?
That has to be his mother.
I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken.
Wait, Moore's awakening?
To thy
What?
final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of
What is
kings.
happening in this hour of gameplay? My conscience fades away and I can sink back to my sleep. I'm reminded that Moore was the author of the fantasy novel. Has Moore visited the ancient Elden Sanctum?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I need to. Oh my god, this picture's so cute! What the heck? Whoa! I need that as a wallpaper stat. Whoa!
All our preparations are just about set.
I need it.
Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
That they have to have that on Wallpaper Engine. Like they have to. I'm on the hunt.
All this royalty? It always felt they
Oh
lived in
my
a different world to the
god,
likes
that's
of me.
so cute.
Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
And thank you for gifting 3 months, Sandy. I appreciate it. This has just been a lot to take in. Like, one, this is the most voice acting this game has had in the 80 hours I have played. And two, this is just the turn of events.
Don't get reckless out there.
It falls to us to fight with all our might.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince.
I love his eye color too. It's like this pretty teal.
Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
Why are you asking me these questions? I don't like when Atlus games ask me questions because I feel they have a poor purpose and I don't want it. Some coin would be nice.
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
I just want money. Thank you very much. Head to the Grand Trad. Oh my god, this is like the most break I've had. But also, I know this game doesn't end until October. So what you mean go to the Grand Trad? Have I been liking the game? Not like, oh no, I think this is becoming my favorite Atlus game. I've only played like for this line of things because I still think 13 Sentinels is absolutely fantastic. But out of like the Personas and the Shimigamis, this is probably becoming my favorite. I've only played Persona 5 and Shin Megami Tensei 5, so I still have to do Persona 3. But I'm going to do Persona 3 after this, and I'm so worried of doing that because I should have swapped the order. Because I think I'm going to do nothing but compare Persona 3 to this. And that's not fair to Persona 3. So, I don't know. Oh, 13 Sentinels is fantastic. Like, so good. And I still want to also do Unicorn Overlord as well. But this game has, like, even though I was able to predict some stuff, like the stuff with the opera and, like, all that stuff, even though I was able to predict everything, it still knocks a lot of things out of the park. Because I think storytelling, like once you're used to like anime storytelling and all that stuff, you kind of get an idea of where stories can go and what could happen. But it's just a matter of how they deliver it, and I feel like this has just delivered everything very well. The part where he turned Will into the big human, I was like, well, I didn't see that one coming. But I also did like the other stuff, which is really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of times where I'm just like, yeah, this is gonna happen, and then it happens. It's like, I knew it! But
This place
that changed nothing. We'll stop Louise for sure. Wait, can I go somewhere else? Dagnabbit.
Let's move.
You see?
I will doubt the Grand Trad will give us warm reception. Still, we should choose to fight Luis's victims only pile higher. Easy to say will help anyone, but doing so the whole another thing. All is mere reason why we prove we're serious by putting our lives on the line. We'll lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we've crawled out of our way from the bottom. Oh, and I do like the fact that because when I first played the game, everyone told me that the main protagonist's name was Will. Because I always try to like name it like their main name, and so now like seeing like, oh, you're the will of the prince, and I was like, ah, I see what you did there. I like that. I like that a lot.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truth.
Oh wait, you didn't put that together either? Dang it, Hunty!
Even so, they march.
It's Tails miles per hour all over again.
By battle, they head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only
oh my god.
until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general. The voice of the pro-Luis faction became...
At least that's what I got out of it, because they literally said, oh, you're the will of the prince. That's why you were, like, born. So I assume that's why his name was Will.
Why is it that Luis alone
I think someone in chat mentioned that they didn't put that together either.
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself.
I want to punch all three of these people in the face, though. Like, give me that opportunity.
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for a little chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a
How
while
does he
since
just...
I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
He's just able to get in anywhere. Honey, how are you? I've missed you, you bad, bad boy.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more,
they know all about you.
the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently, and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain?
He's like,
We'll be heading
notice
directly
me,
to His Majesty, the
senpai.
former king.
Ooh woo.
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Oh, he called it the final banquet. I love Luis so much. I hate that I love him so much, but I do. He's such a good, well-written villain.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reeve.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh, no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
Yeah!
A Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tithes? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I'll tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You've seen Count Luis lie to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another?
You tell
Seems a
him.
bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Jeez, okay.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be.
I've been wanting to get my blanket
All eyes are on
for
his
the past
skyway
hour and 30
as it rises
minutes.
to the flying palace.
But this story keeps storying, and I haven't been able to get up.
Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker.
Oh!
Hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
You tell him, sweetie.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal
I feel like you're like the bastard child of this man. Because you guys have the same eyelashes.
Kings were aware of their secrets. Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter. Why only those supported by the people can use it. Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic.
Hey, share with the class!
So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Thou wert elder.
I told you this man was an elder! I told you this man was an elder!
Knew the passion in your
An hour ago!
And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one low possibility.
I mean, honey, you look so much better without those horns anyway. Just thirsty for evil over here. And by thirsty, I mean me.
Of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital.
Because I was like, there has to be a reason for this book. And for him to have this book. And then everyone keeps talking about Luis is from this place. So it was like...
Anticipating conflict, the gauntlet runner comes to a quiet stop.
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back!
Hey, I'm not a monster boy.
The sky's grown so hellish.
Oh god.
The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns. Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored.
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Cause he's an imposter, just like Count Luis said. You'll not fool us again, beast.
Oi, calm down. At least listen.
And you. Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a parapus like you, and you spit on him.
Why do you call him thick?
The only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juno, I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince?
I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief. Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood?
Now everybody knows who I am. Who my best of friendos are.
Mustari girl. You ungrateful pagan. Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you.
How dare you strike out at him?
They're all traitors, I say.
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pikes soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi, over here! Don't bother with them. No talking this one out. You need to run, now!
Look at this jolly old chap. Are you a secret Elder too?
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone, and oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we
So
have to do
everyone's
something about
anxious, so now the world
If we
has
don't,
gone to blood.
I'll never listen.
Red sky.
I'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
I want to go back to Luis. I want to see what he's up to. Nearest is heading back to the Gauntlet Runner. It seems like the city has calmed down, at least for a tiny bit. They had a hard time wrecking our Gauntlet Runner, but it should still stand a chance. We will make our way to the Hush Honeybee. Everyone else has already gone ahead. Okay. I need to use the restroom so bad, and this is like my first breathing space. I will be right back. Look at this new beautiful pause screen with the beautiful white-haired pro tag of BRB. I am back with Blanky. I have the blanket. I didn't forget because my feetsies were cold. Okay. I don't know what to do with myself.
What now?
There's so many different archetypes now. Like, I have to be a level 20 wizard. Negates one, repel magic. There's so much that gets... Ooh. Ooh.
That.
I didn't mean to do that. Half's... Imp. Oh, that's really good. That passive is pretty good. Do shops have new stuff? Are they gonna let me shop, or are they gonna say, curse the tail didn't buy?
Alright then.
It's on, everything's on sale! I want to go shoppings. Oh, I cannot teleport. Will you let me go shop? Oh, okay. Well. Louis gotta find out what important we don't break over this. Okay, my bad. I just wanted to go shopping. I didn't want to be told to go to hell. Like, my God. I guess not. Good gracious. Oh, the icon's like a red circle. You guys can't see it because my big head's in the way.
Everyone, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Since you left, Luisa's following has only grown.
Have you changed? You're still the same person, aren't you?
'Tis quite a story, but it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
She's a little girl. She'll believe me.
Alright, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I had thought all this business with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff. But under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince. Is that right? Still, I mean, how do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Frankly, I doubt it. We've just seen firsthand how far we'll get trying to talk the people down.
Then what will you do? If this goes on...
But you're still you, yes? You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
Yes, that is right.
Yes, that's right. It'll all turn out fine.
Good.
I see. So, even if no one believes you, you're still determined to settle the score with Luis head-on?
Even so, the gulf between us is wider than ever. The people have all but named him their champion. With so little time, a guileless appeal to the public may fall on deaf ears.
Hard luck for the honest knight. And not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky. You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural. It's as if they've been collectively drained of their sanity, and if I had to guess what's causing it...
You're implying it's Luis's doing? All the eeriness in the sky. Is that because...
Don't know, but the change in the citizens is certainly odd. If something really is forcing
This is literally the blood moon
we might still have a chance
in
to fix
Zelda. What Luis is doing to the royal palace, whether or not he's truly desire a world to overturn humans, we won't know his mind until we confront him.
On the other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
We have no other choice.
Trap or not, we have no other choice.
Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace and put a stop to whatever Luis is cooking up. With that Skyrunner, you're the only ones who can. And we'll fight in the ways we can too. We'll make sure the whole kingdom hears.
I read that as Kingdom Hearts.
all the strife he's been through.
Indeed. If you can make things better, you might just inspire everyone to remember their own hopes and dreams. Maria's been terribly patient, waiting for you and believing in you. It'd be nice to see her smile again.
Right.
If Luis is behind all the disturbances, then stopping him will only help us in the approval ratings. If we can restore a civility and rational thought, I've paved the way of defeating Luis. We must press on and faith it.
I'll always believe in you. We'll all do our best, so you can be a good king.
Indeed. If we win, I suppose you really will.
There's still something afoot.
Counting on you, oh king.
This game doesn't end till October. I am still in September.
Charge, I fear. Let us take a night's rest. And on the morrow, we make for the castle.
What you mean, final battle with Luis? Something is afoot.
What to pick?
Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't end till the end of October. I do know that much because I was planning schedules. This bed is bigger and softer than the bunk. Hold on. I did it again. Oh shoot, I meant to save it. I didn't mean to do it twice.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see.
I need this picture so bad.
31 days remain.
31 days remain for what? Oh, I guess that answers that question.
To all the people who dwell in this land.
We have so many final battles.
This voice?
Soon, naught but 1 month will remain. On the dawn of the day of the hero, the one who has inspired the greatest faith of the people shall inherit the kingdom. I bid thee forget not these words.
Wasn't expecting to wake up to such a spectacle, but I suppose that confirms it. This is where it ends.
Luis has already fortified himself behind the palace walls.
I like how this game answered my question as soon as I asked it.
Be over for us.
Or perhaps it is us he has been waiting for all this time.
However disturbing the world looks now, 'tis only a prelude to the deadland Luis strives for.
Sky looks proper hellish already. And with all the humans out there, it's no wonder everyone's losing their grip.
Well, he wanted a fair world where strength decides everything. Funny how that's indistinguishable from absolute chaos.
But it's Luis who has the most support right now. And that wasn't born of deception. He broke the nation's order, and everyone knows it.
True enough. That's what got Ardell and I dreaming to begin with. Figured a world where the poor and weak get trampled on was a world worth breaking. Come to think of it, what do we all stand for, really?
Honestly, I don't know yet.
That's your big kingly declaration?
Yeah, look at what else was I supposed to say, Hope? I was gonna pick that option. I'm not cheesy.
Friends say you're amazing. You make them really, really happy. Because, you know, you've got all the tribes in your team. Everyone's different, but you keep working together and doing great. You're so cool.
A fair point. You're quite right, Maria. It is a hard thing to word, so forgive my fumbling. But perhaps it is a matter of standing for something Luis does not believe exists. We must prove that it does.
If you keep on believing in what you want, and you keep on working hard for it, it will come true.
That's right, love. I can think of plenty of people who would be much happier if they took a page from your book.
I see now. This is surely the essence of true magic.
Best of luck, Your Highness. After all those speeches about taking the throne, it'll be awfully irresponsible to go dying on us now.
If Luis claims victory, everyone will be sacrificed in his wake. We have to prevent this from happening. Whatever Luis is doing in the Royal Asylum must be stopped as soon as possible, but it's up to us to do it.
Thank you. Well, we'd best keep an eye on the calendar. The King's deadline was the dawn of the day of the hero, so we've got until the day before. And that won't be the end of things either. Even if people come to their senses, it will amount to nothing if Luis sits upon the throne. Personally, I think we should prioritize our main objective here. I'm sure we'd get it done, but we have to make sure we have at least one day to spare before the day of the hero.
We've got a few days left, so it's up to you how we spend them.
Oh, heck no.
Let's do it with no regrets.
All right. This is the moment where I need 9,000 saves.
So Luis is hiding in the floating royal palace here. We have to stop him. I won't accept King Luis. That's... Here's where we are now. The village. Let's see.
Wait. What do you want me to do? You told me I can spend my days how I choose.
Let's put an end to this.
That's how. Okay. So the way that they was explaining it, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, how do you want me to go on this rock? Like. rock right now. The game doesn't end until October. I could either go now or go not never. So, okay. So here's where I need 9,000 saves. I see. 30 days left. That's a lot of days. Mission deadlines to challenge the Airborne Palace. A mission with a deadline has begun. The challenge the Airborne Palace, depart the Round Table, and the Gauntlet Runner. Due to the Magla disturbance, the kingdom, an entire country is experiencing dread weather. If it's not bad enough, conscious inclined weather called blight. The abilities of your followers and supporters will be indispensable when it comes to surpassing Luis being the crowned king. Use this time to ensure you have no regrets. Prevent Luis from before the day of heroes arrive. So I have to stop him before the royal palace. You need to absolutely be sure you're ready for anything before we head in. The palace will definitely change from the last time you were there.
What now?
Okay, so now we are doing timeline 1. I don't have 30 save slots, so I need to choose wisely. I only have 16. Oh god. Okay. Maybe every 3 days I save it? I don't know. Holy cannoli. Okay, where's the calendar? That's today. So this is... So the 25th is the last day to try and stop Louis. So in exactly a month from now, about. Okay. Okay. That being said, now that we have our orders, that is the end of part 35. I think that was the part for this. I barely played the game this part, but there was so much that have been discovered, and now it is actually almost time! I am so nervous. I'm gonna mess up. I have a lot to do. Until the next part.